Welcome, movie fans. Thanks for joining us for episode 125 of Reading Between the Reels, the premier podcast of asking the real questions, like why the Force needs a blood test. If you're a new listener, we're so glad you found us. If you've been enjoying the show, please like, follow, and subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify. You can also support the show by posting on your socials and joining our Facebook group. Today on the show, we're back with round 4 of this year's Star Wars Classroom Chaos, where teenagers say the quiet parts out loud, and I pretend to be in control. This time, we're joined by the always awesome Ross Hollebon.
Why do you think Darth Vader is obsessed with finding Luke?
Darth Vader is obsessed with finding Luke because he is afraid of him. He thinks he is the only one that is strong enough to topple him. And that is why I think he begins to search him out. And happy Friday to you and everyone else in there, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
What do you think made Anakin turn fully to the dark side?
The loss that he faced and the fear of loss. So he took some bad advice and got manipulated by someone who preyed on his biggest fears.
Do you think it was okay for Lando to backstab Han Solo and them in The Emperor Strikes Back?
I think he did the best thing he could considering the situation. And that he got double-crossed on that. So I'm okay with what Lando did. I'm sorry he got put in that situation.
Why can't the Jedi tell who Darth Sidious is?
Because one of the elements of the dark side is being able to confuse and to have things get lost in the shuffle. So he was so close and had them thinking about so many different things that they couldn't see what was directly under their noses.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you think that Padme's death was truly of a broken heart or Palpatine's fault?
I think it's relative, but I think the broken heart and seeing what became of the person that she loved more than anyone, and how he went to Palpatine's side, I think that took all hope and all kind of extinguished her love, and that enabled her to pass away.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
In Return of the Jedi, why do you think Luke gave into his anger?
Because, and I bet everyone in this room can think on it, we can all lose our cool at times. And it's really hard when you really care to hold that back. And unfortunately, they played on him, and again, he faced the same thing that his father did. He was afraid of the loss of all of his friends, and that pushed him over the edge.
Okay, thank you.
What was your favorite part from The Empire Strikes Back?
Oh, everything that happened on Hoth at the beginning. So when I was littler than you all when that movie came out, there was a blizzard shortly after in Maryland. I'm from Maryland. And I got to take all of my Empire Strikes Back toys that were from the Hoth area and go play with them and build a little base. So that is everything Hoth was my favorite.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Why are the Imperial officers more afraid of the Emperor than Darth Vader?
Darth Vader, I think, is a known to them. They know what's going to set him off. Emperor Palpatine is always shrouded in darkness. So it is more fear of the unknown than anything else.
Okay, thank you.
What do you think was the most memorable quote from the movies and why?
I mean, the most memorable is "May the Force be with you," but I think the most fun is Empire Strikes Back with Luke and Leia when she says "I love you" and he says "I know," because it's that little bit of humor in a very tough situation, and that's sometimes how we have to cope in a coping mechanism that we have for really dark times.
I agree. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Why does Yoda initially hide his identity from Luke?
Yoda hides his identity because he doesn't want anyone to know who he is or where he is or anything along those lines. He has been in isolation and hiding since Order 66.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What was your reaction when the clones betrayed the Jedi?
It was a little crushing. It was seeing great partners being torn apart like that was a tough thing to see, especially for the heroes and all the things they had gone through together. So it was crushing to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why is the film set a long time ago?
I think that's where George Lucas just wanted to set it up where there wasn't a specific time or place, and it allowed the audience to escape reality. And that's what a good book should do. That's what a good film should do. And that's what a great story should do, is just let all of us kind of let our hair down, at least for those of you that have hair. I'm just using that as a term for me. But it's that opportunity to escape and to really just enjoy yourself.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Does Lando redeem himself as a friend?
He does, and goes out of his way and puts himself at risk. You see that in the beginning of Return of the Jedi, but it also shows up in a book and a comic book of how much further Lando goes to try to help not only rescue Han, but to help Luke, Leia, Chewbacca, and that whole crew.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Why do you think Ken doesn't believe in the Force?
I think with anything that is faith-based, you never really know what to expect from people. And we all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different beliefs, and we all have different realities. And his reality was growing up. I don't know if any of you have watched the Solo movie, but he was a street kid working for a gangster since he was a little kid. He did not believe in magic. He did not believe in the Force. He probably didn't really even believe in family at the time. So that's why I believe he didn't believe in the Force.
Thank you.
Why does Yoda say that Luke only needs to confront
thank
Vader
you.
again to become a Jedi?
Because what Luke we have to face our fears and we have to get through them. That was is Yoda understood that for him to face his father was the piece that was going to complete his training, and as a person overcome the things that were holding him back.
What is the significance of Anakin and Padme getting married in secret?
I think they may even say it at some point. They're almost living a lie. They have this love that they share together, but no one else is allowed to know it. And that makes it very tragic. That is very Romeo and Juliet. That is very, you know, those are tragic characters trying to live their lives. And sometimes people like us to live how they want us to live instead of letting us live our way. So that is why I would answer it that way.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What do you think about the first meeting of Anakin and Padme?
It is very fun and even a little goofy. It is fun to have Watto in there. It is fun to, they're so young that you don't even think what that is going to become at the time. But then again, you never know any relationship you're going to have with anyone that you meet at any given time. So I thought it was a little goofy and very lighthearted fun.
Okay.
Why does Han go back after Luke?
Because they develop a relationship and he does care about him. Han is learning more about himself, and I think it goes back to the Solo movie, where Kira, Emilia Clarke, who plays Kira, says Han is the good guy, and Han always likes to pretend that he isn't, and he's the renegade and all of that. Han is a good guy, and sometimes he just needs that little nudge to go in the right direction. And going to help Luke was one of those nudges.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What do Yoda and the Space Slug have in common?
Yoda and the Space Slug?
Yeah.
I guess they're both isolationists. They kind of live remotely. They're kind of hidden from everyone. I never saw Yoda try to swallow the Millennium Falcon, so I don't know if they have that in common. That's more just kidding there, but yeah, they're on their own. They're isolationists. Thank you.
Why does the Emperor want Darth Vader to bring Luke to him?
As a show of trust and loyalty, is the main reason. But then the second reason is he wants to upgrade, and Luke would be an upgrade on Vader if he can convince him to join him.
Okay, thank you.
So, as always with Palpatine, there are extra reasons.
What did you think of Anakin's redemption in Return of the Jedi?
It made all of the story make sense, even though we had that piece before we had the rest of the story. So, redemption arcs in storytelling are great. It is unfortunate sometimes that you have to reach that, and you never quite know if the redemption covers the deeds that led to the need for redemption. So hopefully everyone stays good and doesn't need redemption, but in that case, it saved a lot of people after terrorizing a lot of people.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you think people would still like Star Wars if they didn't know that Darth Vader was Luke's father?
I think they would still like it. They may like different aspects of it. But I mean, that's completely changing the story. Would any of us like Sesame Street if Big Bird wasn't there? It's kind of one of those questions. So it's something that we do have. But if the rest of the characters were there and it was a different plot line, it was such a groundbreaking at the time, and you all may laugh at this now. It was groundbreaking, and the special effects were the greatest thing ever. And you can laugh at that because you have such better special effects. But when Mr. Dickinson and I were there, it was just like, oh my gosh, this is the most incredible thing ever. As we were little tiny nerds getting excited about it.
Okay, thank you.
What do you think of the way that Han and Leia interact with each other?
Well, let me start. How do you feel about how they interact with each other?
I don't know. I think it's cute and I like them together. But
I love it. It is flirting. It is one-upmanship. It is trying to be quirky and fun, but still kind of own your power a little bit. So I agree with you very much. I think it is fun. I think it is my relationship with my partner Monica is very similar, where we will joke with each other and jab at each other a lot, but we care about each other and love each other so much. So I love their relationship and how, especially at the beginning, the quippiness of it all.
thank you.
Thank you.
Why might Uncle Owen be hesitant to let Luke leave the farm?
He knows it's kind of, even looking out in the world today, some people feel very comfortable just staying at home and don't want to worry about going to a city or going to another country. It's an unknown, and people are afraid that it's unsafe. Uncle Owen wanted Luke to stay safe and not to encounter things that his father did, especially knowing that story. But I think he just wanted to hold him back in a very safe space, as opposed to letting him fulfill who he wanted to be and test the world that is out here for all of us.
What is the significance of Darth Vader surviving the Death Star's destruction?
It is that it is hard to stamp out evil. Things can always, and whether it's evil, whether it's something bigger. So if you have a pest control person come over and you're like, hey, I need you to kill all of these rats that are here, but one rat gets away, it's hard to catch them all. So at that point, you always have to be prepared for the next step. And that is why I see Vader living as playing that.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
So as we close, we just want to say thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to connect with us, you can find us on X, Instagram, and Facebook. Email us at readingbetweenreels@gmail.com or use the SpeakPipe app on our website. If you enjoyed the show, please like, follow, subscribe, and be sure to leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify. This helps the show tremendously and absolutely helps us reach more people. And one last thing, our next episode concludes this year's Star Wars Deep Dive, and this time we've got the one and only Aaron Harris joining the rebellion. It's going to be a blast, so don't miss it.